pulled, just getting everything going, you guys. I'm still pretty much new to having a PC, so I'm trying to make sure everything look good on both ends while I'm doing this, right? So this is pretty much my chart right here, right? We're on a 1 minute chart. So today is Monday, and it's about, let me see, let me make sure I turn my clock widget on right there, right? It's about 3:30 in the morning. So the quickest way to find your new week opening gap is going to be go to this 1 minute chart, right? You have to go to the 1 minute chart. You do not have to be in regular trading hours. So many people get that confused because that's how you find the opening range gap, right? The opening range gap is regular trading hours. The new week opening gap, you have to be in electronic trading hours, right? Then we're going to go box this up. So this is what I typically start to do whenever my chart starts to look too crowded like this. Because I've had this open range gap on my chart for quite some time, I will just remove this. If I can click on it. I have so much on here, I can't even click on it. So I'm going to remove this, and then I'm going to box this up, right? And I like to make my opening range gaps. I like to make my new week opening gaps purple. And then I label it, and I put the date on there. So this one would be, I think today is the 19th, or maybe it's the 20th. I'll have to go check. And that's all I do, right? I pretty much lock that up, make sure I got everything as close as possible. Don't really have to be perfect, but most of mine, I like to make them as perfect as it can be, right? So you got to make sure it's the close of this candle. So put it on top. That's a green candle, right? Because it's a green candle, you're going to put it on top of the body. You're putting your new week opening gap on here, just like that. And then because it gapped down, right, this candle opened right here. So you want to put this body, you want to put the bottom of this gap, right? You want to box this up and you want to put it at the top of this body, right? And that's going to be your new week opening gap right there. So now that you have that labeled, you can lock that on your chart and leave it on there for weeks at a time, right? Because you guys can already see this is what moves the markets, right? Even on when the market creates these smaller new week opening gaps, right? You guys can see how the market is just bouncing from one PD array to the next, right? We have our new day opening gap on here. We have our first presented fair value gap on here, right? So the market just opened for the London session, and if we was one of those maniac type of traders who just want to trade everything and take every little move, we could have possibly done that, right? Using this type of price action to give us an idea of what's actually going on in the market. Now, me personally, I'm not doing that, right? I just got funded with FTMO, right? Just got funded with FTMO. Make sure y'all drop a like, show some love, because the reality is it's not that hard to get funded. It's not that hard to get funded. It's really not that hard to get a payout. It's just you have to have some patience. That's something that most of us just do not have. So after I pretty much do that, I don't really trade London, but if I was to trade London, I guess I'll give y'all a nice little London session course. So the London session has its own fair value gaps. We can use the midnight, right? So the midnight opening price is a very significant price. So we have to find that as well. We can go to the 1 hour chart. That's the fastest way to find the midnight opening price. If I was to trade the London, this is what I would do. All right, so here's our midnight opening candle right here. Our midnight opening candle right here. Because it's a green candle, that means the body opened at the bottom, right? It opened here. It made an all-time low, right? Because this is a 1 hour candle right now. So it opened here, made an all-time low, made an all-time high up here where this wick is at, and then the body closed up here, right? But this is our opening price. So if I'm going to go label the midnight opening price, I'm going to go label it like this. Try not to cough in my mic right there. All right, so this is how I label my midnight opening price. Put a date on there so I can use it for, study purposes to learn, how long do these midnight opening prices work, right? So I would have done that. Then I would have dropped back down into the 1 minute time frame. All right, obviously I'm a little late for the London session, but that don't mean you still can't, come out here and learn something if that's what you want to do, right? So we're going to use this. We're going to use this vertical line right here so I can know where my midnight open was at. Because remember, I'm going to give y'all a quick lesson right here. All right, so this is our midnight open.